RDS EP13. We got a good one in store for today. Appreciate y'all watching the show. We had some big stuff happen over the weekend. I officially bought my first breeder buck, fallow breeder buck for my pens. Super excited. For those that y'all know, I'm a deer breeder, and I've been doing whitetail for years. I just got in the fallow industry. Back in March, I bought 4 does. Back in March, those does had offsprings over the summer. I got 4 babies on the ground, 2 bucks, 2 does. And then I needed a buck to breed for this coming fall, right? Breeding season is October, November, next month, right? So I need a buck. Went out, did some homework, and I was able to find a beautiful deer. I'll throw him up right now. Beautiful buck. I named him Showtime. He's a 4-year-old, absolute giant. And that buck has never been on protein. He's been fed strictly on grass his entire life. Now he's in my pen. Obviously, I'm feeding protein 24/7. He should, I mean, he's already big, right? He's already an absolute giant, especially at 4. But he's gonna blow up at 5. I'm super excited. And he's gonna breed my 4 does this coming month in October. So super excited about that. So basically, I'm just kind of want to talk about that today. There's a lot of questions about deer breeding. If you have any, drop them down in the comments below. I will get those answered in like a short kind of video or whatnot. So currently I got all my deer in one pen, right? So, you know, what happens next, right? So that buck's gonna breed those does this coming fall. And then basically everything's gonna stay usual, right? And come next summer, we're gonna have four more fawns on the ground that are from that big buck, right? So just like that, we're at 9 deer, 10, 11, 12, we're gonna have 13 deer now. And basically, once we hit that next summer, year and about 3 months, 13 deer just like that. I started off with 4, by the way. So pretty crazy how they start multiplying pretty fast. So then by that time, next summer, then I'm gonna start splitting up deer a little bit. I got that other pen that I have built. It's been completely empty since I built them. So what I'm gonna end up doing, the 4 fawns that were just born this summer, I'm gonna move them to that new pen. So there's gonna be those 4 fawns in the new pen. And then basically the fawns that were born next summer, they're gonna stay with their mamas, and that buck's gonna breed those mamas again. So that's kind of what the process is. I'll be able to use that second pen finally come probably, yeah, next summer is when I'll move them over. So for now, this coming fall, they're all gonna stay together. And it's important because that buck, he's brand new, right? And he's a little feisty, which I want. I want some, you know, the rut's right around the corner for him. It's earlier for exotics, for a fallow compared to whitetail. So I want him to be a little feisty because I want to make sure he breeds those does. He's working them a little bit. And guys, he actually came to corn for the first time today. I have a video, I'll throw that up right now. So I'm super hyped about that. I just got to keep working him and he'll be more comfortable. The ultimate goal would be able to hand feed all these deer. I'm getting real close to some of the does. But this buck, what I liked about him, you know, y'all probably got a question, why did I pick him? First of all, just look at him. Absolute giant at 4 years old. He's a baseline buck. He doesn't have any kind of pedigree whatsoever. Like I said, he's grass-fed. But the things that I look at for a potential breeder or just a big fallow, first off, I'm all about width. Whether it's whitetail or exotics, I love me some wide deer. He's got it. He's got some width in between each antler, right? So that's the first thing I look at. The second thing I look at for fallow is how big their palms are and what directions their palms kind of like form. When I'm looking at a buck, right, I don't want to see their palms like this. I want to be able to see their palms, right? So I want them to flare like this. Obviously, they're not going to be like that, but you know, I want them to be like this, right? I want to be able to see their palm, their full face palm. I want to be able to count their points while I'm looking at them directly, right? I don't want them to be like that, so I look for more genetic deer that are like this. Palms are kind of, you know, super wide and they flare out just a little bit. That's what I look for in a breeder buck. As you can see, this guy's got it all. The width, he's got the palms flaring, lots of points. I have not scored him yet. I've not measured his palms. His palms look like anywhere from 7 to 9 inches. Absolutely giant. So I'm super excited. What else we got? I'm feeding Double Down protein. I've been feeding it since March, and I'll just continue to feed it. It's just really healthy for these deer. Obviously, it's going to push the bucks to grow maximum antler growth, but obviously these does need it too, just for great, basically having a healthy herd, right? That's important. What else do we have? I mean, now I just wait. There was a lot of pressure over the summer in terms of basically every day checking these pens. It's finally over. Every day checking these pens for fawns on the ground. Once these fawns hit the ground, making sure they're all right, making sure the moms are taking care of them, tagging them, pulling hair, recording everything, right? My first fawn was born in beginning of June. The last fawn was born beginning of August. So it was a big span of me just waiting, checking every day for fawns, right? That was a big thing over the summer, was all about the fawns. And then we hit the end of summer, all the fawns are born. Now I need a buck. So trying to find a buck, right? That can have some pressure, some nerves building up. So trying to find the perfect buck for your herd. That like I said, it's just a lot from like June to September. Has been a lot of just pressure in terms of making sure everything's running straight. Now everything's set up. All the fawns are healthy. We got the buck in the pen. This is his first full day in the pen. And now we're at the point where we're just kind of cruising. You know, obviously we're doing daily checks, just make sure the herd's healthy. They got food and water and whatnot, but it's more of just a steady cruise until we get to, basically, until we get to, I would say May, to make sure that these new does got bred to that big buck. That's gonna be the next nerve is, did he do his job, right? Did he get these does pregnant? So that we're cruise sailing right now, and it's nice to be able to kind of kick back and relax and actually enjoy the pens, right? The deer pens, because that's what it's all about. So that's about it for today's episode. Like I said, there's a bunch of stuff going on with deer breeding. If you got any questions, drop them down in the comments below. And fallow's not the only thing you can breed. We used to do whitetail, right? We got out of the deer breeding side of the whitetail. We still do whitetail, obviously. But you know, you can get in exotics like black buck, axis, red stag, elk. It goes on and on. If you got any questions, drop them down in the comments below. And with that, that's about all I got for today's episode. This is the Reed DuPont Show, episode 13. Subscribe, like this video, and I'll see y'all in that next video. Peace!